Hi friends, it's Terry Stewart, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, located in Central Maryland. Welcome to this edition of the Bundle Bonus. This month, we're featuring the He's All That bundle. So let's jump right in so I can show you this fabulous bundle and my project. So the He's All That bundle comes out of the annual catalog, and it's on page 79. Well, actually it's on 78 and 79. So there's a suite which includes the DSP, the He's the Man DSP, and this is a specialty DSP because not only does it come with these wonderful patterns and colors, it also comes as specialty because it comes with 2 sheets of die cuts. So that is pretty amazing. The suite also has these rustic metallic adhesive backed dots. You get those in the suite, and actually what I'm using in my project is all these pieces. I've used the DSP, the dots, the rustic metallic dots, and the stamp set. So there's also die cuts. He's all that dies, and you can see some of the elements. You get some labels, some circles, some flags. Let's see, I think actually, well, you can see one of the labels here, one of the labels there, so they've cut that out. That's from the stamp set, and there's a die that cuts that out also. So let me show you my project. So here's my project, and you can see I've got that He's the Man DSP. I got some die cuts. This label, and this element here all are from the dies, all that dies. I've got the rustic metallic images here, and then my stamped image. And then on the inside, I have also brought in some of that DSP into the to the inside, carried it to the inside. Now, the project I'm going to stamp with you or show you, actually, it's a little bit twist on this template that I've created in this card. So the bundle, I want to tell you a little bit about the bundle bonus. So with the bundle bonus, you buy the bundle and then you get a bonus from me. You get an idea file that has several different cards that other demonstrators have created, and many of them have links to their projects. So you get tutorials. So you get my tutorial plus a few others. You get an idea file with card fronts. So you have a lot of ideas. So my card kit for this card, I am using the same DSP for the back layer. I am going to use a different pattern. So where here I used the cards because I kind of felt like that went with the classic image on this stamp. I'm going to use this pattern that has mustaches in because there's a stamp in the He's All That stamp set, Hello Handsome, that has a mustache, and I wanted to try to use that. So I changed the DSP pattern. It's the same pattern. I'm just using a different pattern from there. And then I'll go here. I'm going to use this circle, kind of a scalloped circle. And this is the oval from the die set, and I'm going to stamp my mustache on there. I think I'm going to center it here. And then I have this element that I'm going to tuck under that, just like I did on my first card. So it's the same, the same elements. It has the background, it has a layered piece of DSP, it has 2 die cuts, and then element. So it's the same, but I'm just using different DSP, and I wanted to show you how that would turn out. So this has a little bit of stamping in it. Not much, so let's start there. So I'll be using the Early Espresso ink. Now this one I use soft suede, so I'm changing up the ink a little bit too. And for the front of my card, as I told you, I was going to use this mustache image. Hello, handsome. Now this image is on a little bit of a slant, so I want that mustache to be straight, but the words will be a little bit on a diagonal, which is fine. I think that just adds a little bit of interest. Just know that when you stamp, though, that it does not, if you make the words straight, your mustache is going to be crooked, basically. So there we go. And then for the inside, I'm going to stamp to the man who does everything. So this could be kind of a thank you note to somebody, man in your life, or somebody you think highly of. And I'm going to, before I stamp though, I am going to adhere this piece. Now, this is a little piece of DSP, and it's 5/8 of an inch by 4 3/4, because I cut this down. So the measurements, you can find the measurements on my blog at stampinghair.blogspot.com. And this is the same size as my DSP, and I cut it at 3.5 by 4 3/4. You can find the metric measurements on my blog, or if you are a bundle bonus, if you bought the bundle from me, the bonus is you'll get a PDF file, and that will also include the metric dimensions for all these cards. The metric DSP, well, actually all the metric card sizes, it's not a one-for-one conversion. They're paper size. They start, the metric markets started different measurements. They don't have the same size as the North American markets. Like, who knew, right? Now you learn something every day. So I'm going to ink this up, and now I'm going to center it here in the middle of my insert. Nice. Okay. And that is all the stamping. So now we can get to assembly. So here's my card base, and this is 5.5 by 8.5. And our metric friends, that is 21 by 14.9 centimeters. So it's a half sheet folded in half. I'm going to adhere my DSP to the front, so nice Cajun Craze colors, and then on the back side there's barbecue elements, and in the DSP there are also die cuts that kind of mimic the barbecue theme. I'm getting to the end of my glue, but it will work for now. And then this just gets centered on the card front. And I'm just trying to make sure that I'm eyeballing it, that it has the same distance on right and left and top and bottom. And this is already assembled, so now we can put this down, this kind of decorative piece, I guess. And when I put this down, I'm just going to have a little bit on the left, and then I am trying to get the same same distance from the top and the bottom. And so the thought is to put this die cut down, kind of center that in the middle, and then put our decorative element down here, similar to what I did on my original. So we can assemble this. Oh, that is not adhered down. So I've given up on my glue and I'm opening my Stampin' Seal package. I'm using this tape runner. Let's see, this is my first time using it, so let's see. I think, there we go. Oh, so it comes all the way off. All right. And then, oh, this is nice. Oops, I'm going to have to advance it. Now, the only thing is when you're using tape runner, you don't have the little bit of grease you get from using glue. Some little edges here. I just rub my fingernail down and deal with them. So I'm going to have a very narrow border like that. And then I want to adhere my Hello Handsome right in the center. And again, the mustache is straight, but the words go at an angle. And I'm going to try to center it in this circle, like there. And let me bring in my dimensionals. I am going to pop that up just like I did on my original. So these are mini dimensionals, and I love dimensionals, so I will be using more than a couple just because I'm a fan of dimensionals. So I feel like I don't want it to sag in the middle. I want those dimensionals to do their job, and I love adding the dimension by popping things up. All right, so this is going to go towards the top. The words are at an angle and the mustache is straight. I think that's about where I want it. But before I put it down, I want to put my element. So right about, let me bring this down. So my element is going to go right here. So before I do that, let me try my glue one more time. Just put a little blob on these little dots around the edges to secure it down. Just a little dab. And then this element's going to go about here. I think I eyeballed it up. Okay. And now we can bring in our focal piece and make the mustache straight. I think that looks pretty nice right there. And then for the inside, place this piece, put some adhesive on that. And this card comes together rather quickly. There we go. Now the final little bit, I want to add some embellishments with these rustic metallic dots. Bring in my pick your tool and my putty end. So for this one I used 3, but this is kind of at an angle, so I might like do 2 down here or 2 here and 1 there. Let's see how it goes. So let me pick one up, and I think maybe 2 down here, a big one, and I'll take one of these smaller ones, put that there, and then another smaller one up here. And that kind of draws your eye. It's somewhat of a triangle. I think it adds some interest. So there you go. It's the same card. The layout, the design, just different labels here. but I really like it. So I would be interested to know which version you like, the happy birthday one or the hello handsome. Thank you for joining me today for this bundle bonus. Again, check out my blog at stampinghair.blogspot.com for cutting measurements and ingredients list. Like and subscribe to my channel so you'll get notified the next time I upload a fun stamping project. And until next time, remember, stamping is fun. Bye!